they got the objectives and like the snowball for early game for RQ hand.
But you know, there is a problem with the Dfyg's picks right now. The draft pick is that they don't have that much burst damage. The only burst damage is coming from Yisun Shin from the Dfyg. On the other hand, with RQ, we have burst damage from Lancelot, and we have it from Granger as well. So this is going to be
Let's watch for the game 3.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard.
Yes, drafts are locked. One team drafted to close, and one team drafted to disrupt. Let's see the game 3 quarterfinals. Everything is on the line. That's it from the desk. Draft is done. RRQ versus Dfyg, game 3 decider. Casters, take it away.
Game number 3, and we're back with Sutsujin on the Lancelot and Super Ken on this Yisun Shin. Enough of the utility junglers. Both of these two junglers that we have will now focus on being the carries for the team. And how about that ban on the Moskov? Nice.
It's warranted, man. You know, I know our panel was discussing, like, do you think they'd ban out the Moskov? And I think that's a good question to have, just because of the performance that Long had it in the last game, and knowing his history with that hero as well, you know, and sometimes it's just better to go ahead. It was the last ban, might as well just do it, you know, just to kind of narrow down the choices there. But this is, like, we've seen the Ruby and the gold lane time and time again. It works great. It can be devastating. There's an early flicker from Yi1 from that aggressive play from Edok, but you know, nonetheless, that's the main point. Every single time that we do see this Ruby, since technically we do see a lot of double fighter with the Yisun Shin lineup, it always runs into the same problem, man, which is usually on late game base, you know, offenses. Like, you don't have that range that you traditionally would have in comparison to having a marksman, right? And so we have seen games completely get turned over on their head, even with an advantage or a lead, with lineups like this that Dfyg has. So that's probably the biggest problem that they're going to run into with this. And then, of course, I think part of this equation is, what does Rins take for the ultimates, depending on how they want to approach the fights.
Yep. Which I think in the first turtle, you are going to be rewarded if you pick up the real-world penetration. Vel back on the Esmeralda. I think this is the third time that they will be playing Lapu Lapu versus Esmeralda. Yep. So far, it's been 1-1. Let's see what is going to be the first turtle fight here for us.
Hey, Rins has his RWM. Just going to hold on to it. Edok not level 4 just yet. Neither is Zed, so this turtle will start up. But look who's making his way along to join this fight at level 4, threatening with that I'm offended. Mountain Shocker going to be used. They're going to go for it. Super Ken will secure the turtle, and RQ on the run, trying to get away. AOG, great G-Kundo to keep Zed from getting that unbreakable taunt off.
Long, you know, it's sometimes so good to see like a good flicker, I'm offended play, or you go to the backlines as the Ruby and get the surprise second skill into the ultimate. But you saw what Long did. He's literally casually walked in front of the members of RQ Hoshi, inside the turtle pit, nailed the I'm offended on the perfect target. Dfyg casually took that first turtle in front of RQ Hoshi. Like it's nothing. Like it's target practice for them. That is...
It's long, man.
It's the long effect.
It's the long effect. You know, right now, Dfyg is going to take the fight. They take out Edok so quickly, and Vel potentially going to be next here in the trade. Dyron isn't able to get it, so Rins falls, and now another big pickup for Dfyg as they find 2.
Oh, what happened to RQ Hoshi? It seems like all the fight in them just petered out. Vel, can you survive this? Nah. Good thing it's Sitsujin to collect that kill. They also denied a cart away from the Esmeralda, so this is going to be massive for RQ Hoshi. I think that they will probably reduce the gold deficit into just 1,000 gold after that. Especially because Toy is now double laning. But man, do hope that for RQ Hoshi, for game number 3, they don't lose out on GOTF just because of that, just because they're allowing Dfyg to take out their members so easily, so casually. There will be another turtle gonna be coming here. It's expanding rivers. So that's also why Long was able to get into that first turtle so easily from the top to the mid to the bottom lane, and it's also gonna be the way for Dfyg to connect around this turtle area.
Looks like here the play around this turtle, fighting up top in that gold lane, but they are going to go ahead and let Dfyg take this out. I think Edok's going to look for the kick, and he does just that as he's able to find Lung. Lung trying to get away, won't be able to escape the shot coming out from Toy. As a kill's picked up, Rins is still going to survive. A Landshaker drop down on Vel, but turtle for the taking now. You have Sutsujin going to clear that mid and then making his way up for this objective. He'll grab the Lithwander. Turtle's going to be next, but Lung's back up. He can actually join this in, and they can stall this out, so no one's going to claim the turtle just yet.
Yeah. It's going to be on duty of clearing the waves, but it seems like Dfyg wants to rush this time. I think that they have found an opening against Arkeoshi. Yep, they do. And they kind of feigned that they will not take the turtle, and then that actually prompted Suzuki to just go to the bottom lane. If Arkeoshi does not push, and they will not be able to push because Vel is here, and by the way, Expanding Rivers also have them in that scenario. Dfyg again, it takes something so casually over Arkeoshi, and even that Crammer, dude. Dfyg are taking and stealing candies away from Arkeoshi.
Yeah, Super Ken. Like you said, you know, he's got a ton of experience playing against Sutsujin here in the past, and, you know, it shows. Dfyg holding on to that 2,000 gold lead right now. Nothing major, but it is still something, and that could be the reason why Arkeoshi decided not to fight into that second turtle. You know, they want to give themselves a little bit more time to scale up and build up here. And especially for Toy, this Granger, as we know, is going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and scale up. And I can't remember. I think if we take a look at the items, I think he did get the Sky Piercer recently, but he's going to deal with this pressure now in his lane. Dfyg wants to take this tier 1 turret, and you see what's happening here. Well, if they want to take a turret, you just send a few dudes, and they'll be able to get it because of this the threat that this lineup has.
Arkeoshi has to really think about their mid game and their late game right now, because I feel like Dfyg, they continue on taking things away from Arkeoshi, like the neutral objective as well as the turrets. It's going to be a walk in the park for them to end this game, especially because they also have good late game. I mean, of course, they don't have a marksman for Dfyg, but this is still a Yi Sun-shin. I think Yi Sun-shin is a marksman if you think about it. But again, there is a lot of ways for Dfyg to end this game at any stage. So if Arkeoshi does not find an opening for Sutsujin to wreak havoc, as well as find the timing for Toy to be activated, this is going to be Dfyg advancing in this playoff.
See what happens. They have control of the turtle right now. I think still Arkeoshi doesn't want anything to do with these turtles. He's just being zoned out by Vel, actually. So great choice there for Vel, but they are going to trade it objectively as that tier 1 up top is pushed down by Toy. So at least Arkeoshi kind of getting what they can. That seems to be the whole case. You know, they can't fight, at least for now. So you might as well grab some space to work with on the map. Get some objectives if you can. But I'm just worried because the way things have gone in the past, 8 minutes, basically, I don't know if they're going to be in a position to actually contest against the Lord unless they somehow get an advantage. That advantage would come mainly through Edok getting a kick and then giving them the numbers advantage in a team fight. But right now, it just seems to be pretty difficult. Yeah, he does have the Sky Piercer, Thunder Strike, but he's working on his next item here. Oh, Vel, is he going to get caught? Nice Landshaker to stun. AOG comes down. Good pickup for Toy to take as he has the Sky Piercer. A little bit of trade in the mid. Oh, the Mountain Shocker will be able to take out Sutsujin as Super Ken gets a solo kill. And now they traded out the 1-for-1. But definitely a difficult game for Sutsujin here.
Wow, Vel. I was really wondering what he was trying to achieve in there. They tried to cut the waves very nearby the turrets of Arkeoshi. But it turns out to be good because E1 was there to counteract with the E's ultimate. They also did force Rin's ultimate to copy the real world manipulation. But I think the bigger kill was onto Sutsujin. And not only that, nice, they actually take a turret in the mid lane, a turret in the bottom lane, on top of a kill onto the jungler of RQ Hoshi. And all of a sudden, they're up by 3.8k gold. RQ Hoshi are just not finding a break in this game. Whereas Dfyg, they're just getting everything in their hands. Super Ken, if you give this guy a hero that he can be successful with, and if you set up the Yi Sun Jin for success, you can see that Super Ken is more than able to deliver. Now it's going to be up to how RQ Hoshi will contest this Lord.
Yeah, I guess they're going to go for it. Conceal is going to be used just to push into this territory here. Dfyg healthily ahead right now of RQ Hoshi. I'm not sure if this fight does break out, how it's going to go for RQ Hoshi. They might just, even if they go for a kick for Edok, like, who do you go for? You know, who do you kick? Yi1 isn't even giving you an opportunity to kick him, as he's got the flicker even available. So, you know, it's really difficult for this Cho to find that window of opportunity, and that's why all these objectives has been basically no contest. Another one going to Dfyg. They might force a fight here around the 2-2 turret. Look at Vel, third time on this Esmeralda, having a much better game than he's had previously, as he just goes and leads the charge in. Dyron gonna jump in as well. So low, he does get out. Luckily, they still have these holy defense shields as well, but the waves are going to be pushing in, working on these tier 2 turrets. Sutsujin this whole time has been playing catch-up, trying to get those items that he needs on this land slot to be able to provide more of that damage throughput that they need here.
Yeah. It can all stem back to that first turtle fight where RQ Hoshi, like a deer in the headlights, stared down Dfyg and gave them everything. A kill and a turtle, and a kill onto the Sutsujin Lancelot more than anything else. Because ever since then, I mean, Dfyg did not let go. They're just collecting kills after kills. They're activating Long on his Ruby, and most importantly, Super Ken is just delivering. Yi1 also is a threat for RQ Hoshi, and there's no actual way for them to really contest Yi1. There should be because of the Lapu Lapu, but it seems like Yi1 has already countered what RQ Hoshi is trying to do.
RWM dropped down. Look at that. You know, stopped in his tracks too. Nowhere to go. Just body blocked by basically the front line of Dfyg. Lord finally goes down. Base turret with it. They will hold on to the 2 base turrets for now, but the shield in mid is gone. So Dfyg might continue to press this on. If they actually give the call to Lung to go and make the play and just flicker on forward, they could do that. But now in the mid lane, oh, Sutsujin just to his death, even with the Revitalize being popped here. They keep him healthy. There's the jump in, the AOG from Zed, and Dyron is gone as well. Lung still has his Flicker I'm Offended combo. They're going to march in with the waves here, and Dfyg with this massive lead will clean up another kill. They want to make a statement. They're going to go for the wipeout here before they end the game and take game 3 against RQ Hoshi.
Oh, and that is Long. The biggest smile that we've seen